Hey guys, Rocket Blade here. Once again, what's up guys? Man, I can't believe it's been 15 years of Naruto. Can you believe it? 15 years. Been watching the anime for as long as I can remember, and that's coming to an end. Japan's been hyping it like crazy, and now it also seems like the game is also ending as well. Even though I feel in my opinion Storm 2 was like the perfect anime adaptation. Like, if you go back, trust me, in the future, I will do a review to see why it's like anime perfection at its finest. The other ones, in my opinion, kind of stumbled here and there, but I believe ultimately, even though this one's not as good as Storm 2, I believe it ended with a bang with a lot of, in my opinion, good fan service. You'll see what the flaws I mean in the review with certain cutscenes here and there, but overall, let's cut right to the chase. Let's show why, with this game, all Naruto Ultimate Storm 4, it ended with a bang. Hey guys, Rocket Blade here. Once again, what's up everybody?
And if I had a YouTube channel, I guess it would be like something like, I don't know, what's cracking, Koopalings or something like that. I don't know.
Say hi to my friend Koopa. So we're here guys to do the video game review of Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, or Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. That's a mouthful.
Or Shonen Jump's Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4.
So yeah, it's the 4th game in the Naruto Storm franchise.
So technically it's the 6th if you count the 2 spin-offs of Generations and Revolution 2.
Yeah, that's true. But it's a fun game, it's a fun franchise. Been a fan of it since the original one came out, and of course I love Storm 2 to death. I mean,
for me, fun fact, that's the Storm 2 was the whole reason I got like an Xbox 360, and Storm 4 was the whole reason I picked up a PS4.
Yeah, so. I mean, they were excellent games, but you can tell there's a different quality between Storm 2 and Storm 4.
So before we get into that, I know you guys might be struggling with this. I'm trying to like do this right because the camera's kind of reversed. I'm just giving the audience kind of a let know. But spoilers abound. Just if you've somehow been under a rock and don't know the story of Naruto by now and who Mr. Masked Man actually is and blah 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 blah. This is somehow not the video. I don't even know how you got here if you're not even interested. But if you are slightly interested and you're like still back when they're kids or whatever, don't watch this yet. Go
binge watch and then come back.
Though honestly, the cover for like Revolution kind of gives away who it is.
It's true. But it takes place during the great final battle and like leading up to it and stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It has like portions of like Madara and Hashirama's first battle, and then Obito and Kakashi's bit of childhood mission, and then the final segment. So it's kind of weird. Right,
but like my friend Koopa mentioned, like I was going to mention like how with Storm 2, like you'll either use in-game cutscenes or in-game cutscene itself, or this cool like boss fight cutscenes.
They will use it for about a little bit over 50% of the time, but more or less it is just, here's a screenshot of Naruto going, hey, you guys are here! And here's a screenshot of Sasuke being, oh, I'm in Gefred. And here's a screenshot of Sakura's like, I'm not useless! That's pretty much the majority of the first half of the story.
It's disappointing because, okay, I can understand this was the first game, their first go-out. I can understand because maybe their budget limitations. But like, this is like what the 4th or technically the 6th game in the franchise. Yeah. What's the excuse now? Honestly, it's so jarring considering how Storm 2, even Storm 3, and others use the in-game cutscenes. Like, it's so jarring. These anime stills with the dialogue. It's so weird because like the other games didn't do that.
At least they're voiced. They could have not been voiced.
That's true. That could have been. Oh my god, that would have been a big slap in the face to fans. Oh yeah, we have these still scenes and no voice acting. Hope you like reading. It's like
Well, the weebs would like reading.
God.
I'll keep my mouth shut on that before I get hate.
Anyway, the combat is always as you can see, the combat's always great. It's
B mash for the win. You can sometimes up B mash and down B mash and use jutsu and use pretty ultimate and then cry because the guy disconnected.
Yeah, even Naruto. I think with any fighting game, you're gonna bound to run into rage quitters.
Mhm.
Though hopefully like what they did with Capcom's Street Fighter V and Mortal Kombat, WB's Mortal Kombat X, they punish quitters.
But not too strictly, because there are still those few minorities that have like kind of connection hiccups.
Yeah, and that happens too.
So
they try to determine hopefully they can determine which is which. But yeah, the combat's fun. Has like the biggest roster to date. The Sound 4 is finally here, though. They kind of botched the launch. Though I did a video on that if you want to hear it, but they botched the launch of it.
They botched the launch by making them DLC and playable just now when they should have showed up, I don't know, during Generations.
Well, I mean, like how it was supposed to come out like this certain date, but delayed to the next day because of how like a patch error or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. And I think it was a Gara like story thing too. They added as well, like a Gara mission. Even that kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
But it's jarring to me because it's DLC. At that point, you should know how the game is programmed. Why they're running into problems at this point? It's like that. It's like, what's going on? Like, did the B team take over and like, you guys got it, you're good. Like,
we gotta work on this bigger DLC called Boruto that's coming out later, so you guys can handle it.
Oh yeah, don't worry. Yeah, even though you won't see, there's no footage of this here, sadly, but
because it's not out till February.
But we will do it when it comes out. So don't worry about that.
But speaking back on the combat, sorry if I'm taking your thunder a bit here, but just to kind of get us back on track instead of like bitching at the company. Actually, for this game, a little nice thing they thrown in for team battles, which makes it my go-to way of playing it now is instead of it just like there being supports and that's pretty much it just makes the battle more confusing. When you're battling, you can just switch to whoever on the fly, like during a combo, like say Haku's kind of getting there and kicking Kimimara's ass, you can kind of swap in with Zabuza, though I know that's not the guys I played as Akatsuki. Why did I mention the Mist guys? I don't know. Those were the names that came in my head. Don't sue me, please.
Yeah, something I like Marvel vs. Capcom, like you can do a combo, switch in to continue the combo. So it's kind of like Marvel vs. Capcom kind of thing, like switching out different characters to continue combos or just give another character a break.
Mm-hmm.
But sadly, it's not like with Marvel vs. Capcom, they all have their own health, they share the same health. But it's just to like maybe this guy's not doing good for this situation, let me switch to somebody else.
Right, and then imagine if they had their own health bars, the matches would take forever.
I know that would take forever. So in a way, I'm kind of glad that they just kept it to where like it's just simply everyone's own health bars, not just it's everyone's own health bars, not just
separate ones
because oh my god, that would be like 30-minute fights. Yep. And like no one and at that point,
especially now since they added like round 1s and round 2s now.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? That'd just be terrible. So anything they done somehow would have do it had to be like 1 round only. 2 rounds, fuck that shit. Because because first they might get upset, especially they're losing, or even then because worst thing is I worry about like especially if the fight's so close, what if they rage quit and the game couldn't decide who was winning, so it ends like in a no contest and you get no points or nothing. That's what I worry.
30 minutes I could have spent on watching hentai and I had to deal with this crap.
Yeah, it's unbelievable what it is with certain things.
But like I said, fortunately that wasn't the case, so.
But yeah, like I said, the biggest roster to date, so many characters.
Even though Itachi and Dead Itachi, they still count as separate characters. What they fight the same. What are they doing? What are they doing?
I don't know. It's a lot of games are guilty of that crap. I don't know why. Even Takara Tomi's Naruto games are guilty of like characters fighting the same, just slightly different moves, but apparently it's basically just fight the same way. I never got that. It should be its own thing. Kind of what Tenkaichi did with Dragon Ball Z, where it's the same character but just different forms you can pick from, not taking up character slots for other characters to be in there.
Well, besides Goku and Vegeta, but they get the special treatment. So.
Yeah, even then they're kind of like fucking that up too. No, but yeah, it's just the combat's fun. It's always been fantastic. Also, just like I said, the story's really well written. Like I said, even though there's some scenes where like there's still footage, but when they do use the in-game cutscenes and boss fights, it is a lot of fun.
Especially on the later half, because they don't have any footage they used to be lazy with, so they're forced to animate that all the time.
It's so awesome. I don't know why it's like They're being on the cheap. Like, this is their potentially, possibly might be the last Naruto game.
I doubt it's their moneymaker. They
I'm
say
saying if it was, it's like go. Don't you want to go out with a bang? Don't go on a whisper. Yeah, exactly. This is your big game. You know what I'm saying? Go out with a bang. Don't go out with a whisper. Like, you know, really put some oomph into it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm asking. But also to kind of change things up a bit. Also with the for online purposes, like you get these cool like ninja info card things and like.
Yeah, Kabuto would know all about those.
Yeah, this whole song on it. You can look it up. But
nah, I put it in.
With my ninja info cards. With my ninja info cards.
What the heck are those?
Ninja info cards. With my ninja.
You can like you can get like cards and stuff to customize the background of your cards, what the characters say, different endings, and then you see from the photos like different things to customize, even like the different substitutions, different costumes. It is so much fun to kind of give you an incentive to like, you know, to like get to unlock the stuff. There's certain, but like sometimes you gotta do missions to like to unlock certain like costumes and whatnot. Like you have that like certain golden scrolls or certain brown scrolls.
No, honestly, they just kind of give you a lot of them for the DLC, and most of them you can just purchase like right away and give you no reason to play Adventure Mode. Speaking of which, Adventure Mode. Why are we not showing that? You're probably asking. That is because this man hasn't played it. I have, and I can just vouch for like a couple of minutes right now. Not worth the effort. You don't unlock anything for it. It's just a way to get like more scrolls and customizable and money to get it. And honestly, by the time you play the story mode and you go through, you know, just playing free matches either by yourself or online or through the DLC itself, you'll have everything. So there's really no point to the adventure mode, which is sad because they honestly added more adventure modes like with Shikamaru and Gaara, and there's like literally no reason to play it unless you just want to waste to kill some time.
Yeah, that's what this feels like. It just feels like just padding, ultimately. Just ultimately just padding. It's just there to be there.
And hopefully they learn with the Boruto one, because he is getting like an adventure mode thingy too. They at least like lock some stuff behind that. Like get some characters or costumes you can unlock through playing that and give you some incentive to do it.
Exactly, because, you know, I mean, but also, you know, but it's like, yeah, it's kind of with the Doom multiplayer. It's just there to be there. Yeah. It's just to kill extra time, to have more fun with the game, but it's not really required. It's like, oh, if you play this, you get a special character, or the special costume, or the special juice. It's just there. It's like, it's one of those things like, I got nothing to do. I'll just play this. Yeah, it's one of those kind of things, exactly. Unfortunately. Mm-hmm. And also, I can speak for online. Online's pretty good too, as well.
It varies. I know back when we like played a couple matches together, sometimes it was spot on, like we were right beside each other in the room. Other times it was like I was in Japan and he was in Canada.
But thank God with this current fighting game, Killer Instinct, it showed that you can have good netcode no matter what. So it proved that, because back in the day with fighting games, it was just so shoddy, the delays, and then it was just so bad where, you know, it wouldn't be worth it fighting online. Now, thanks to Killer Instinct, they showed that no, you can have a fun online experience through fighting games. You know. So, and thank God, like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and others, and hopefully even Naruto too, are catching up. You know what? Yeah, let's make this more of a thing, because it's fun to play with people online. That's good. You know, my friend's not always here, so when it's good to like, oh hey, let's play some Naruto. You know, it'll be like this, like how Smash Bros. Brawl was. Ready, go, and just yeah, woohoo, game. It's like I didn't do anything. It's
this
like,
game's winner is Pac-Man, but he wasn't even in the match.
I vote for him. But yeah, you know, it's one of those kind of things. So at least we've gotten better from that. But still, it's not perfect. But it could have been a hella worse.
So cross your fingers when the Boruto patch releases. They also release like kind of a free online update along with it, kind of to make it a bit more seamless. And then also I've heard from like different parts of the community that a reason why this version of the online kind of community is not so good is because they actually took out like not replays but being able to watch other people fight. Like say there's like a 8-man bracket, you set up your own little tournament. In the older games you could spectator mode. That's not in this for some reason. You're just watching a blank screen until it's your turn.
That's stupid.
Yeah. and a lot of people complain. And then I know bigger guys in the Naruto Storm 4 community made this whole movement for CC2 and Namco to see and get this like patched in. So hopefully, cross your fingers, around February time that
they
happens.
patch it in too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because and even Marvel vs. Capcom, it was just like this. Granted, it's just these two things fighting.
That was pretty much it.
Oh, really? Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's not fun to watch. Look, it's two cards of Naruto and Sasuke humping each other. That's
Maybe
fun.
they'll make a baby.
Like donuts.
Like all the fangirls would want them to.
Ew. But yeah, it's like the combat's the best ever.
Oh yeah, especially what they've changed for. Like I'm iterating again. I'm sorry. I'm struggling on words. My goodness. But how they've made just the team battle just much more fun to play. Being able to like switch to like your 3 favorite characters on the fly and whatnot, and have them battle instead of just them being mild inconveniences. Is like, I'm helping. Oh, I didn't help. Okay, bye.
Right. And also, like I said, that you can switch different costumes, different jutsus. I like that. You can, like, Sasuke can wear Naruto's costume. Naruto can wear Sasuke's costume. I find that hilarious. Mm-hmm. And, like, all these, you can wear these funny different costumes. Right. Also, is this so fun? Like, there's so many different costumes to wear and stuff. Sadly, some of them is only DLC or I think pre-order exclusive. Hopefully, with Boruto coming out, they'll fix that.
Yeah, the only one that was pre-order exclusive was Kakashi's Hokage costume. That was the only one, and then Boruto and Sarada's characters were pre-order exclusive as well. But since this thing's coming out, they're not going to be anymore.
Yeah, I think Namco Bandai finally learned, because it's funny how in the Fate Night review, they're like, "Oh, more Black Goku, we got pre-order." Guess what? Thanks to you guys complaining about that, if you don't pre-order the game, you can now buy them separately. And I guess to make up for, being Boruto, and Sarada being exclusives, you can also, if you buy this pack, you get them as well.
Or like the full game if you somehow just skipped out on Storm 4 entirely, because there's going to be a physical release to how Storm 3 did with the full burst with Sage Kabuto.
Kind of like with Metal Gear Phantom 5, the complete edition comes with both Ground Zeroes and you have to pay, which Kojima wanted to do from the beginning, but... Yeah, so that's that shit. Also, we also forgot to mention how with story mode, they kind of have a little Dynasty Warrior mode as well. Yeah. That was a lot of fun. Plays designed Gamabunta as giant Naruto, this giant Gamabunta frog, Naruto riding and killing all these Zetsu clones, what it looks like. Mm-hmm. And it's so much fun. You can summon Sakura's slug and Sasuke's snake. It's so much fun.
But very underutilized, because there's only that point, and then when you're as Obito that gets used, and then it's never seen again. That's the same thing with Storm 3. They used it a little bit, but they never really took off with it as a different game mode. And though we didn't get footage on it, because I'm remembering this, there is also kind of a rail shooter mode for certain boss fights. I believe Kaguya and Madara have it.
Right.
And we didn't get those because we don't want to spoil all of the fights for you.
Right, exactly.
But those modes are a little fun too, and again, they never really utilize it. I'd rather have those than the fake boss fights where they just give them a big health bar and you're just really just fighting them. And there's nothing that's really changed. They don't even get new moves or whatever. It's just you're literally just fighting this character as if you went to free mode and picked them.
Yeah, I don't like that. Even then, at least throwing those quick time event modes. I love those.
Yeah, granted, I don't think they did it as much here as they did in 3. They for 4, they were a lot more, at least giving them some little quick time moves to kind of make you feel like it was an actual boss fight for a majority of them. Right. So they learned from it, but it's still not. It's not the grandeur that 2's boss fights were.
2 was so phenomenal. In fact, certain fights, for example, do you remember when how Naruto first met Sasuke and it just ended Sasuke did his ultimate power thing, and then it was really a fight where in Storm 2 they actually did a mock what if fight, and it was so cool. I'm like, oh shit, this didn't happen, but what's happening here is fucking awesome. Yeah. Here they just it's they lost all that it's they blew all their load on part 2, and then in sequels they lost all their mojo and
yeah, and instead for those cool what ifs, they decided to do dumb what ifs oh, I'm losing. I am Toby. Well, I'm leaving now. Bye.
That's why with Storm 3, oh god, that was just such bad sequel bait.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have waited a couple of years for another
Or
next
just
Naruto
put it
game.
on the cliffhanger, like his mask broke, Kakashi comes over and he's like, "It's you," and then credits. You know, you could have just done that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, like give it a good cliffhanger. Like, oh, who is it? You know, not like, oh, he's just leaving. Well, this is obviously sequel bait. And he's not gonna make it fun. What happened to Yamato? What about him? Then they forgot about him.
Yeah. No, he's still with Kabuto, just kind of chill. And even actually, I think when they did the boss battle fight with Kabuto, they didn't even address that he was there with him. He just, like, literally disappeared.
I don't know what's going on. But like I said, despite our complaints, this game is not bad. It's still a great fighter.
It's my go-to on it, and it's honestly just my favorite of the Storms because of just how complete the roster is, though it is kind of a messy roster, but it is a complete roster. Just the overall battle feel and how it makes the team mode actually much more fun than team modes prior. They have everything nice now. You can both Awaken and Ultimate again, unlike Revolution where they split them up into like 3 different weird things. But just everything combat-wise is nice, fluid, perfect, and you actually get to experience the story mode, though granted in still frames, but you get to experience the end of it before the actual end of it came anime-wise anyway. I know the manga's done and said and over with, but I think the anime-wise, they're just getting to Naruto and Sasuke fighting each other after filler among filler among filler.
Yeah, people were complaining. But yeah, but that's it. Overall, it's a fantastic game. I highly recommend it. Not as good as Storm 2, but what makes up for, like I said, the great team battles, the great roster, the combat system being the best of the series.
Though for those smart, I will say wait until February 7th and get the full package when the Boruto thing comes out.
I agree. So you get the full unadulterated package. You have like just, certain parts missing. You get the whole package. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video guys. And thanks again Koopa for the great editing work he does.
No problem.
He's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Thank him. He's the reason why the videos look so awesome.
Whoa.
Also, please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And as always, this is Rocket Blade signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon. And thank you, Kishimoto, for 15 years of Naruto. I appreciate the hard work you've done. Thank you for making me love something for this long and enjoying it.
Date bio. I sound like a total weeb. I'm ashamed of myself.
It's okay. Peace out, guys. Have a good day.
Bye. I'm not gonna wear this for the whole thing.